Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. Okay, so let us get our coffee and tea, beverage of choice, I think, and let's pull this week apart. Okay, let's tune into spirit and let's see what guidance is here for us in the beginning of this week, being Monday and Tuesday. Let's see, what is the weather for today and tomorrow? We have Temperance. Isn't this a beautiful card? Okay, now this card speaks of temperance, as in balance in all things. It means patience. And when I tune into the energy of this card, I'm hearing slow down. As in, let's calm our farms, let us breathe, and let us just try to find balance in all things, because I'm feeling a very chaotic kind of energy today, especially being Monday. It feels like typical Mercury retrograde style. Nothing today went according to plan, which is a reminder that we cannot control everything. As much as we think we're in control, we are not. Okay, the only thing we can actually ever control is how we choose to respond to things, right? So yes, we can have goals and dreams and desires, and we can take our action steps and whatnot, which is wonderful, it's what we should do, but we can't control the how of how it all unfolds. I'm hearing at the moment there is a huge lesson for us in trust, okay? I'm also hearing the word vulnerable. So it feels like a lot of us are feeling a bit vulnerable at the moment, because let's be real, we've all been through so much over the last while. There's all sorts of interesting things happening around the world and with us, and it feels like the planet's gone mad, okay? But I did hear Spirit say this morning that we do need to talk about this in a sense where it looks like the planet's gone mad, everything is chaotic, and there's wars and viruses and all sorts, flooding, especially here in South Africa and KwaZulu-Natal at the moment. It's just horrendous. And it's making us feel vulnerable and scared. But I'm hearing Spirit say that we need to step into trust, okay? In that, as much as there's so much going on in the world, and as much as, and I know this is going to sound controversial, you know, the powers that be, the darker forces, you know, they're doing all sorts of things to try and keep us in a state of fear and division. And they're doing all kinds of whatever it takes to enable that to happen. But Spirit reminded me this morning that they use the word cosmic parents, that we as humanity, we're all one consciousness, as we know, but we are like the children, not children as in like we don't know anything. It's we're being held, we're being supported, and we're being kept by the powers that be in the spirit world, our cosmic parents, Mother, Father, God, etc. And they're saying as much as we all have free will, right? We all do, but there is a limit. We're not allowed to, I want to say, self-destruct. We're not allowed to completely make ourselves obsolete. We're not allowed to destroy the planet. We have free will, but not at the expense of humanity and the planet. It's like that is where Spirit, God, Creator, whatever, will intervene and not allow that to happen. Because in this lifetime now that we're all in now, this is the lifetime now where we've got to get it right, okay? This is the era where we've got to get it right. We've had the falls of Atlantis and Lemuria and all those super powerful civilizations that came before us, right? And now we've been through that, and now we're spiraling up the timeline, and we're back again at a choice point in time, in humanity, in our evolution, where we cannot self-destruct again. So these wars, these pandemics, these things that are occurring that threaten humanity and that threaten our reality, I want to say, there is no dark ending, I hear Spirit say. It's like they're saying, we've got you, we've got you. So be patient, find the balance in your life, breathe, You are more protected and safer than you could ever imagine. No matter what's going on in the world, we will not be destroyed. We will not self-destruct. We are being protected. Again, we have free will, but when it comes to destruction of humanity and destruction of the planet, it's not allowed. That defies universal laws, period. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. And I've been feeling that very strongly since Saturday. It's been bothering me that there's so much going on in the world. And I feel, being an empath, being an intuitive, as a lot of you are, we feel things. We feel the heaviness of the world. And it can be very disarming. It can make us go into fear. Like new viruses coming up every day. There's so much of this. And we can easily go into, this is all going to hell. Okay? But it's not. We're being held by Spirit. We will not self-destruct. We will prevail because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to get it right this time. And how we do that, we stick together as one consciousness. Simple as that. Okay, so no fear, people. No fear. Okay, now I felt guided today to work with my Archangel Michael Oracle cards. I haven't worked with these cards forever, and I just felt like we needed this energy today. So let's see, what does Archangel Michael want us to know for the beginning of this week? What do we need to know, please? The beginning of this week. Okay. Take your time making this decision. Be patient. Find the balance. There's no need to rush or force or push anything right now. I'm hearing, as much as we're all feeling geared up, like we want to move ahead, we want to make things happen, we want to go get it. Okay? Absolutely, yes. That's very Moon and Aries energy, right? But this is about yes, yeah, but can you take your time, review your options? This is what Mercury retrograde is also all about. It makes us slow down and review the facts. Because if we, let's say, choose the first thing in front of us, we might be holding ourselves back from something better. So let's take a step back in the beginning of this week and take our time with choices and decisions. If we're feeling pressurized by other people, that is just those people looking out for themselves. We need to do ultimately what is good and right for us. So let us take our time making our choices and decisions. There's no need to rush anything. Now let's get some guidance from the wisdom of the Oracle for the beginning of the week, please. What guidance? Hey, I'm torn between two cards again. Okay, so that means both. Okay. What do we have? We have flexible, which is the first card. Please notice the egg. The egg always denotes new beginnings. And this lady is being all quite flexible on top of that egg. So let us be flexible as we review our options in the beginning of the week, as we make big, and I'm feeling like the decisions that are in front of us right now are actually quite big ones, okay? So let us take a step back, go slowly, review all of our options very carefully, and let's be flexible about it, okay? Let's not be too rigid in our expectations. Let's be flexible, right? And the next card that comes up is serendipity. So this card is all about divine timing, things working out perfectly. I'm getting yes energy with this card. So as we take our time making decisions, as we're being patient, as we're being flexible, so we'll get better outcomes than what we could ever have imagined, right? That's beautiful energy. I love that. I love that. I'm hearing breathe, relax, Okay, we got you, I'm hearing. Okay, let's see. What weather is here for the middle of the week? What energetic weather are we navigating in the middle of the week? We have the Empress. Fertility, abundance, prosperity, growth, nourishment. What a beautiful card. And as I'm tuning into this, they're showing me a field of blossoming flowers. But remember, the flower doesn't just blossom, it starts as a seed. So keep watering your seeds, watering your dreams, nurturing what you've planted, right? Because flourish, I'm hearing flourish also. So beautiful energy in the middle of the week. Hooray! They also show me butterfly coming out of a cocoon. So it's that kind of energy in the middle of the week. Lovely. But I'm also getting a slowness. Remember, flowers don't just, well, some flowers do blossom overnight in fairness, but it takes time to unfurl. The petals unfurl. Okay. Archangel Michael, what guidance is here for the middle of the week? God is in charge. Okay, that makes more sense now. Okay. When I tune into the energy of this, they remind us that we take the action. Okay, we plant the seed, right? That's the action. We feed it, we water it, and then we walk away and find something else to do. We can't yank the seed out of the ground every 5 minutes to see how it's doing, okay? God is in charge. Source, creator energy, that is what makes the flower unfurl. That is what makes the plant sprout. That is what makes the little butterfly come out of the cocoon, right? That's source energy, okay? We don't make that happen. Our intentions guide it, oh, absolutely. But in the end, God is in charge. And again, I'm being shown this where we feel like life's just going to hell and everything's going wrong and everything's just going pear-shaped. God is in charge. God, creator, source, whatever you want to call it for yourself, is always in charge, right? We don't have to worry. There is absolutely nothing to fear. I get that energy again. No fear. All right, let's see. Wisdom of the Oracle. What guidance? Ooh, okay, that fell out. What fell out? Chaos and conflict. So, middle of the week, looks like there's some sort of news on the media. There's something that's going to come up that's going to put us into a bit of that flat spin, fear-mongering. Don't pay any mind to it. Whatever you do, and when I'm tuning into this card, Spirit is saying, please remember what we've learned since the beginning of this situation that we've all been dealing with. What have we learned? Take what we've learned and apply it, okay? No need to fear. We're stronger now than what we've actually ever been. Remember, we are protected always, and that protection is supreme, right? There's no need to fear any chaos or any conflict. They're saying the more we hold firm in who we are, as in the love and the light and the positive, the more we stand firm in that faith, the less impact whatever drama is swirling. It'll have less impact. It loses power. Remember, fear needs to be fed, right? We can't feed it. Take a step back. Remember, God is in charge. You keep nurturing your little seedlings there in the garden. You keep nurturing whatever your goals and your dreams are. And this would possibly not even happen. Okay. Very nice. I'm also hearing with this, another aspect to this is watch your words, because I'm hearing fiery energy in the middle of the week also. So our tempers might be a bit short. We might feel a little bit triggered. So let our words go through the filter of, is this true? Is this right? Is this necessary? Okay. Let's be mindful of our words and also be mindful of other people's words, because let's be real, we're all going through something or other. And it's hard, I know, but try exercise compassion for the people that are angry, irritated, frustrated, whatever they got going on in their lives is making them that way, if that makes sense, right? So let's stay away from the drama. All right, let's see, what energetic weather do we have for the end of the week, Friday and the weekend? What weather are we navigating? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Beautiful card, hey? So this card is exactly as it's depicted. This card refers to happy home, happy family, financial abundance, financial security, especially to do with the home, needs being met, having more than you need, right? So the weather on the weekend is about realizing how far you've come, celebrating what you have managed to achieve when it comes to your own sense of security, possibly sharing that with others. And I'm also feeling a sense of an increase in abundance, your financial situation starting to improve as a result of the little seeds that you've been nurturing. Okay, marvelous energy that. Security. I get the word stability and security. Home. If you're wanting to build a home, buy a home, get a new home. It's an auspicious symbol for that. Alrighty, and I'm also hearing again relationships mending. So there'll be some relationship healing, family healing over the weekend too. Alright, Archangel Michael, what guidance is here for Friday and the weekend, please? What guidance is here for us? We have prayer will help the situation. So this is about getting out of your own way, once again, letting God be in charge and praying for the help and the support that you need with whatever it is that you've got going on. I feel like I want another card. I'm really enjoying this deck today. What further guidance is here, Archangel Michael, for the end of the week and the weekend? Oh, that's why. Positive thoughts create positive results, right? So as we pray about and set intentions for what we want and need for ourselves and for everybody else, being positive about it, visualizing the positive outcome that you want is what assures that it happens. What sticks out for me is all that rainbow energy. Light at the end of the tunnel. There's good reason to be hopeful. Positive outcomes are assured, I hear. Okay, now let's see. What guidance is here from the wisdom of the oracle? For Friday and the weekend, we have a change in the wind. Now, change for the better, I'm hearing. So if life has been particularly difficult for you over the last while, there's been struggles, there's been conflicts, there's been difficulties, you can start to see a change, right? Things are changing for the better. I'm hearing Spirit say the wind is blowing in your direction. Like they're showing me a boat with a sail, and like the boat has been a bit stuck, but suddenly that wind changes and it catches the sail, and then the boat moves forward. They show me the Six of Swords card in the tarot, which means positive forward movement, healing, moving away from choppy waters, things getting easier, okay? Because let's be real, life has been a little bit tumultuous for a while. So this looks like quite an interesting week here. We have the need for patience. We have the need to review our options. We need to nurture our little seeds. Have absolute blind faith and trust, not buying into the negative that is swirling around. And then obviously we get our positive results. So it feels like a breathing easier week in a way. It also feels like stability, more support arriving easier than what it has before, and what feels like more calm despite whatever is swirling around out there. It feels like we're more anchored and grounded this week. Yay! Okay, let's finish it off with a card from the Gateway of Light activation, and let's see what comes up. What guidance is here, please, for this week for all of us? I'm sure we had this card last week, Emerald Tablet activation, but I'm going to take another one just because I can. Let's see, what guidance is here for all of us this week, please? We have Lemurian Seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. All right, let's see. What are these two all about? Emerald tablets, where are you? This card says, when the Emerald Tablet activation card appears, you've been called to remember the gifts you are carrying from previous lifetimes. Even if you don't always understand how to express them, there's a part of you that knows you hold great power within. Okay, when I tune into this, what I'm getting is, remember I said in the beginning there, prior civilizations, because we were all there. We were all of us were there. Okay, so the Atlantean times, Lemurian times, all those times, those great civilizations that fell, we were all there, and we'd come back again to do it again, but to do it right. Okay, but now we carry, and we're waking up to those gifts that we had back then. So whatever those gifts were, whether they were healing gifts, intuitive gifts, technological gifts, teaching gifts, whatever gifts we had in those lifetimes, they're waking up, they're being activated now, okay? So they're being activated for good reason, because we're needing to take, once again, our consciousness, our humanity, and our planet to the next level of love and light and all that good stuff, where we were supposed to be, because our little planet Earth, bless our hearts, we're the special child compared to all the other planets in the universe and all the other civilizations. They're all way more advanced than we are. We need to catch up. We got to get off this constant spiral of making the same mistakes over and over and being stuck in karma, right? We've now got to level up in consciousness. This is what all this ascension is all about. Okay, we're all leveling up. And as we level up, our gifts from those lifetimes are now being awakened, so we can use them. So that's why you'll probably find, let's say if you're in a 9-to-5 job that you absolutely hate, or it's getting a bit tedious for you, you'll find there's a little niggle within you, okay, that'll say, I wish I could be using my actual talents, my actual gifts. They're being woken up now. It doesn't mean you must go quit your job. Doesn't mean that. It just means use your gifts. Use your gifts. Are being activated now for good reason. So it says this is a special time for you to use that power to bring into manifestation all that you need for your life to unfold in a way that is in alignment with your best interests. All that has unfolded so far has given you the opportunity to learn and grow, even the unsettling moments. But you are a master alchemist with the capacity to take all that once was challenging and use it to create positive opportunities for yourself. As above, so below. All the thoughts you send up to Source will contribute to your evolution on Earth. How amazing. Okay, now the second card that I needed to draw, Lemurian Seed codes. Interesting, there's that civilization I spoke about, Atlantis and Lemuria. Let's find this card. Please hold, your call is very important to us. Where are you? Sorry. All right. Actually, I need to read out the whole interpretation because this is so relevant. It says, Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of the sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Their inner vision was fully activated to the point where it is thought that their pineal gland was fully developed, and they could see for hundreds of miles in every direction in a similar way to the sonar of dolphins and whales. The majority operated from their heart space, honoring one another and nature, so much so that when their civilization came to an end through a cataclysmic event, most likely the plates of the earth shifting, causing volcanic eruptions and a tsunami, most of them ascended. It is said that these highly attuned beings knew that their civilization would end and decided to send healing waves into another part of the world for future civilizations to benefit from. They telepathically channeled their frequencies into a thought form that would become crystals that would be found thousands, possibly millions of years later. These Lemurian seeds are a type of quartz crystal, mostly found in Brazil and Colombia. These are powerful crystals with striations similar to barcodes engraved on their faces. They have a feminine receptive energy that is said to help us step into a more feminine way of being in order to help the evolution of the species. So the message that this card brings is, you're a highly sensitive being. You might feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you've spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you're a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. How beautiful is that? There is nothing to fear. God is in charge, right? Step into the fullness of who you are now. Share the gifts that you have been given lifetimes upon lifetimes ago, and use them, and let's uplift and change the world for the better. And we can only do that as a collective. And that's the time that we're in now, because we cannot repeat those Atlantean times, those Lemurian times. They kind of backfired. We now need to move into sovereignty as one. not individual sovereignty. So I hope that helps, guys. Very interesting week yet again. Every week seems to get more and more interesting. So I hope that that's helped. And I send you all so much love, and thank you once again for being here. Take care and have a beautiful week. Bye-bye.